Testing. Mic check. Is this on?
Hey, we're live. We're live.
Check. Are we live?
We're live. I know I'm alive. I was sick as hell last week. But
I know. We got stories to tell you. Me and Eric just had a celebration of his 50th birthday. Happy birthday, Eric.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Right.
We got a special guest in the house, OG of our podcast, Mr. Keys.
The beat man.
Hello, folks.
Hell
What's up,
yeah.
folks?
All right. We'll be back in a few. Again, like, share, comment. We are about to start.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Yo, happy Sunday, everybody. Had the mute mic on. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
Happy
We've got
Sunday.
DJ Mr. A, DJ Keys, and Coach Anthony in the house. As you know, Keys, if you look in the earlier podcast, he's one of the OGs. And I know he's done many projects over the time. And so we always welcome him back. D3 and Carla are on a little something happening. And they're on, I think they're traveling back home right now. So hopefully they can comment. Welcome, everybody. We've got a great show for you guys today. But I just want to say, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but I say happy birthday. It was DJ Mr. A's birthday last Monday. And celebrating the big 5-0.
Big 5-0. Thank you.
So how does it feel to be that age right now? Sorry, I'm close. I got 2 more years. So
I don't know. It kind of hit me when everyone said, "Oh man, you're over the hill now." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right, man." I don't feel like it though. You know.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm young.
I mean, you always hear that at 50. What's over the hill? What does that actually mean? What do you think?
Halfway to 100.
The middle ground?
Middle ground? Is that middle aged? Middle aged to 100? I don't know. It doesn't, when
30,
you're,
so
yeah, when you're in your 30s and 40s, you're like, damn, I'm getting older. Like,
right.
But I don't feel. I mean, let me take that back. I do feel old because my back's aching, my legs aching. That means, Floyd, you got to start working out. You just can't be jumping around everywhere.
Right.
So he did have a celebration. I was just coming back from the Philippines through my wedding, and so we wanted to celebrate something yesterday. So let's go out to this new place, and San Diego, at least, and Keys knows, we've got a lot of restaurants here, so it's just everything you can imagine. Anyways, so we went to a new place called Ray
de Gato's, which is a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah. And man, it's like barbacoa, Keys.
You know what? I think I've been there. Is that on Gaslamp?
Yeah, right across the street from Horton Plaza.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I've been there. Okay.
Just like barbacoa. And
Mhm.
man, it was like 65, 68.
For dinner.
Yeah, 68.
All you can eat.
And $68 each.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, each.
Each. And they just bring the meat every so often, and you have a buffet of like salad and starch and some fruits to add
And
with
lobster.
your meat. And they had it's free lobster.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Drinks were extra and desserts were extra. So
So let me ask. So was this during restaurant week? Because I know restaurant week was just a couple. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah. No, this was just yesterday.
that's last night.
Oh,
Yeah, last
Yeah, we
night.
went there. It was
Mhm.
last night.
nice.
Food, the meat was
Yeah.
man, it was tasty. It was
A
great.
lot
And I
better
wanted to
than
eat.
I thought it was going to be. They
Yeah.
serve them on kebabs, so they cook them over an actual
Mm.
fire, charcoal
Mhm.
on
Mm.
kebabs. So you get that real barbecue, smoke taste
Smoke
to
taste.
meat. But man, everything was seasoned just right, so
Wow.
tender,
Yeah.
different cuts. Oh,
Nice.
man. Mhm.
You talking about pork, beef, chicken, lamb. It was like, oh my god, chicken heart. Like, oh my god, it was so good.
Tenderloin
Tenderloins.
with bacon. Filet mignon. I said filet mignon with bacon. Tenderloins, prime ribs, or not prime ribs, ribeyes. Ribeyes.
Yeah.
That was good. It was good.
You know
Yeah.
what I like from a barbacoa, which I don't know if they had it at the restaurant because we're talking about, was the barbecue pineapple.
They had a barbecue pineapple.
They did.
I didn't
Yeah,
try
they
it
did.
'cause I was like stuffed already when it got to us.
Yeah.
Oh
We
wow!
were literally.
So you
I
had
turned.
it
I
like that.
turned 5 meats away. I was stuffed. So that the key is go there hungry, right? Keys knows. You go there hungry. Don't eat all the starch in the pizzas because you will get full. You have the salads and maybe a little bit starch, like mashed potatoes or macaroni,
That's how they do
as an additive to your meat. But try to
Mhm.
save as much stomach you have in your stomach, room in your stomach for the meats, because you want to taste as much as possible. And don't be like, oh yeah, give me more meat. No, just have enough to taste it.
Mhm.
And move on to the next one, because you want to really enjoy the whole taste of the barbecue Brazilian. So other stuff, that was the most I've ever ate. I was like, ooh,
Man.
my stomach was like, after Thanksgiving, you're like, oh god damn, I ate too much. So we had to walk. So basically, here's the story. I'm gonna walk it off. We have to walk it off. Like, no, we got to walk it off. I just can't go straight home. But man, my stomach was rumbling. Like, oh
Oh,
fuck,
no.
like holy shit. And I just came from the Philippines, so I've been taking we call it Imodium.
I was wondering why that walk was so short.
Yeah, that walk was like, whoo, I gotta go. I look at the bathroom,
All of a
like,
sudden
all
he
right.
stopped. He said, "Hey, I think we should go now." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, I had to go, bro. So as soon as I couldn't make it, Eric only lives like down the street from me. I was like, oh, Eric, I can't make it. I gotta go, man.
Floyd drove. He drove.
So yeah, I drove. The car was still on. They were still in the car. I drove to my house, opened the garage door, went straight to the bathroom, and motherfucker, I didn't make it. I barely made it. And I was like, God damn, it still stinks. I thought I washed everything off. No, man, I shit my shirt, man.
Oh, no.
Oh man. Okay.
like a quarter of my shirt.
A
'Cause I
quarter of it.
I dropped my pants and I just.
Oh no!
That's some old people problems, man.
Yeah, Roy. This the corner of my back of my shirt. That's why, Eric, I changed my shirt.
I was wondering. I said, oh, man. I guess he was home. It's okay.
Damn, I didn't make it, man. It just came out and then that was done. I'm like, damn
That's
it.
all right,
But
man.
that was, yeah, it happened.
Well,
Always
while
bring
you-
an extra
well-
shirt. We eat barbecue.
There you go.
Yeah, right. No, I'm gonna take Imodium. That's what I'm gonna take.
'Cause usually, what I do is make sure you do a full fold up in the front, meaning the
There you
back
go.
first, and then
No.
the fold in the front.
It was like, it was like
Anthony.
the turtle poking out your butt. It was coming
Oh,
out, man.
man.
It was like,
Yeah, it must have been pretty bad because we're like literally 1 block away from him, and he said, "Hey, I
Yeah.
got to go with my pad first."
that's what happens
right.
when you get old, guys.
Yes, it does.
Turtles.
Yes, it
He
does.
said
Well, you
yes.
know what happened too while you were in there doing your thing, man. My tummy started rumbling, and I just cut it. I cut a deep one. I didn't say nothing. My wife and my
yeah.
son were in the back seat,
Oh,
and my son goes, Damn, Dad, was that you?
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, it's like, woo, gotta check my underwear on that
wife,
one.
My wife said it was so bad. She goes, man, you better open up all the doors before Floyd gets back.
No, man. I fucking literally shat my shirt, man.
Okay, yeah, yours was worse than mine. So.
But it was great food, guys. Ray Delgado. whatever
Ray
it's called.
Delgado's.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I am transparent.
So is
Yeah,
it
yes.
Ray in Spanish translation? Is it like Ray the cat?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't. This Brazilian, Spanish, right?
Yeah,
Brazilian?
Ray of the cat or something like that.
No, Brazilian is Portuguese. But,
Is it
Oh,
Portuguese?
yeah, Portuguese. It was good. It was good. And like I said, me, Keys, and Eric, we live in a city where, man, there's so many restaurants,
There is.
sushi,
There is.
Indian, Mediterranean, and all that. And also as we were walking around, because it was a reservation and we had like another 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
The Iran, there was a protest downtown from Iran, people from Iranian culture about about the girl that got killed for wearing for not wearing hijab.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we're thinking. I thought downtown. I thought it was San Diego Padres and they're in town, whatever. And I wasn't keeping up. Translated as Cat King. There you go, Cat King. Go. So yeah, we were in the middle of the protests. Saying in what do you call it in how do you say they were Iranians who were in support of this atrocity of like they have this morale police.
Oh, wow.
And with the morale police, whatever I don't know the whole story, but they saw one girl not wearing the hijab correctly or whatever, and they apparently killed her. Or they beat her up.
Yeah, I think they beat her up while in captivity. So.
Yeah. So I think enough was enough, and they, the Iranian people, both old and young, were like, "This is too much. This is not right." And
they want justice.
Yeah, they want justice. They want to reform. They want to say you can't do this. So, anyways, it was interesting to see. They're peaceful, but they're chanting and yelling and had a lot of pictures and all that. And so I have a video. One day I'll show the pictures.
They were deep. There were a lot of them.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
All right, guys. So let's go into. I'm going to attempt to do D3s. I've got questions, so I do have a question. Here you go. All right, put on your thinking cap here and just kind of focus here. Your future self is your present self, right? What's going to happen later is already happening now. What's going to happen in 2025 is literally happening at this moment. That's why whenever people are like, "Oh, I need to wait until this thing happens," or "I need to wait what happens first," is like, dude, you're controlling your destiny literally at this moment. So why do you have to wait to see what's going on to happen with your destiny? That means that you think that you're not in control. You're always in control, right? Your destiny is now. The whole point of talking about what happens down the line is to become more and more healthier now. What are you doing right now? So the question to you guys, everybody, and our people watching, given the ripple effect of our actions across time and space, how can we be sure that what we're doing right now is the right thing?
You don't.
Damn, that's a hard question.
Unless somebody tells you. I feel like, I hate to use this analogy, but not really, but I mean, we all seen Avengers, right? Like
right.
Yeah.
Infinity War, where Doctor Strange is like, oh yeah, there's this chance because he told Iron Man that there's this chance. So had he not said anything, maybe, so he wouldn't know. So so we don't know, I feel like. So whatever moves you make now is your destiny because you don't know what's going to happen. That's just my thought.
I think that's the beauty of having like a coach is that they can actually see those possibilities. But if you don't share your information on where you want to go and the things that you want to do or the person that you want to become, then there is nobody else there to help you. That's the reason why I do not like that saying, move in silence. Don't tell people that you trying to do this and just start taking action. And I'm like, well, they need to help you out. You can't build an empire by yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll take a lot longer. And by the time you finish, you can't even enjoy it. So
Yeah.
you got to share.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and that's where you can kind of get out of that rut.
Good
yeah.
point.
Yeah. I mean, I've lived my life, with pretty much no fear of consequences. I think about it all. I always try to be a step ahead. But like, I'm like with you guys, like, you got to try now. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it does, then it does. But who we are now, me, Keys, and Eric, we've known each other for many years now. And who we are back then when we knew each other is different than we are right now, right? So, and all the little things that we did with partners or friends or coworkers or by ourselves, and so it makes us think about every little thing we do. It matters, good or bad, right? So everything we do right now is not a bad or good thing. It is a ripple effect, though. But an example with stocks or stuff like opportunities, you can say, "Oh, I regret doing that," but you know what? It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't your time. You didn't choose that option for you, right? And then you would be a different person you are now. So I don't know. I mean, I'm on. Everything is working in its own path, and no one's wrong or right of right this moment. So all I can think about is the next minute, tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of go at it at a religious view, because of things that's happened to me in my past. I believe that the guy up there, setting me on the right path. So no matter what I do, whether I do something wrong or something right, I like to think that he's going to set me on the right path, send me down the right direction. So.
There was a movie, I forgot the name of the movie about. Oh yeah, it was a new movie on Netflix talking about he lost his daughter. They were camping and one of the daughters was hit in the head in the water, so he jumped in the water and grabbed the daughter to save her. But they left the little daughter on the bench, and you remember that movie? And someone took the daughter. Someone took the daughter, looking all over the camps, and then a couple of days later, they found the body of the baby. Oh no, they didn't. They never found out what the baby was, but they found blood in her shirt, and they didn't know for sure if he was dead or not. And a couple years later, the police found the body, and so I think God was talking to him. He didn't love God. He was against God. Blah blah blah. Anyways, he was saying that things happen for a reason, good or bad, and it's meant to change and alter not just your life but everybody around. So that ripple effect of like things that happen. So so the question is, are we in control of our destiny? To a point, right?
Right.
Depending on the choices, I guess, that you make.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's never guaranteed that the results we're going to get we want to happen is going to happen, right?
Right. There is no guarantee.
But you just don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, the ripple effect, Jackson. So does it talk? We don't know. Yeah, like the question is. So the answer is we don't really know, but what we're trying to say is just do it. Just do it. And I think Coach Anthony is one of those guys too. Like, got this information and share with other people, and then you just do it. And so that's how I believe. What do you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Very much. All right. So about that wallet, the podcast every Wednesday, Coach Anthony talking about money moves. Hold on.
All right, so I usually just do an insert from a book, but I didn't do one this time because I thought about it that a lot of the books are talking about after you already understand your finances, or talking about getting your mindset together. But I want to talk about taking action, going right along with the theme here today. So a lot of you already have a bank account, and you probably only use that one bank account. I challenge you to actually split it up into 5 bank accounts.
Hmm.
Take the first one will be for your daily expenses, which is your household expenses. You need to make sure those are taken care of. Your top 4. Then you got another one for your spending. So that's for like if you go out to the grocery store, get some stuff for the house. That's your spending, going out to eat, whatever. The third one, you're looking at your emergency fund. Just have an account set up for your emergency fund. The fourth one you want to have is your fun fund, or you going out and explore your vacation fund. You can just do whatever you want with that one. And then the fifth one, which is going over the things that typically don't go bad, but they do, which is like the emergencies inside the house. So granted, you almost have like 2 emergency funds. So the beauty of having that, and I want you to guys to kind of, you can repeat this if you want to, but I want you to split it before you get it. So what does that mean? With your employer, you can actually ask them, hey, can you split up my account and put different percentages into each of these different bank accounts? All you have to do is just have the bank account number, the routing information for each bank, I guess you could say, account,
Right.
and actually give them that, and they will actually split it out for you. But double check with your employer, because everybody do make money a little different. So I want you all to think about that as you go forward. That is my tip for today, is to make sure that you split it before you get it. And as some people like to say, look it before you stick it. There you go, Floyd. That's all.
Emotional, damn it.
I mean, my mind was somewhere else. We said split to get it, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think we have that in the military, right, Keys, where you can make allotments to different places, different accounts.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
extra 25 here, 25 there, $50
Mhm.
here, $100 there. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. I know within the same account you can make different accounts.
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like doing it that way, so you don't have to go out. You don't have to go to another bank or anything like that. Just use your same bank. Just ask them to, just create another one. And yeah, it just make life easy, so you don't have to worry about it. Emergencies come up, they come up. Hey, you can just transfer the money to your main account where you use your card and just pay it off. I mean, you got so many options with that, but at least the money is there. You don't have to worry about it. This is the reason why it's called an emergency, for a reason. So
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. For those who have like because I know like in the military, it's like every 1st and 15th, so you can really plan out. Okay, on the 1st, I need this amount of money to each account's credit cards, 15th and all that. With the civilians, like some of us, it's like every 2 weeks, so it's kind of different. Yeah, it's all kind of different, but yeah, I think I'm a big believer in that, making different accounts and making sure you pay yourself. Like, I mean, when you pay insurance, it goes automatically.
oh yeah, they'll take theirs out. Yeah.
They take that sucker out. So same thing with
Yeah,
you.
Right.
I think once you start doing that, you start seeing like, oh, okay, I'm making some money. Oh, okay, my vacation money is there. And then, like you say, I'm gonna leave in December. It's January right now. How much money do I need? Okay, I'm gonna put $200 away automatically from my account, from my my paycheck, and then by the end of the year, okay, I got my money.
And just go on vacation and have fun with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I really like your idea about the direct deposits into your different accounts. That way, for sure it's going to go in there. You don't have that hesitation. Maybe I won't put it in this week. Just go straight in.
Yep. And then once you have them set up, then you can actually go into your bank. So like your car insurance or whatever, you can actually just tell them, hey, pull from this account now.
Right.
And everything like that. So you're guaranteed to pay for it. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And I think Chloe was saying too, and I think a lot of people saying, pay your bills with credit cards, man. You get the points.
I pay my insurance with credit cards.
Yeah, you get the points. I go, what? That makes sense. So I'm paying a lot of bills through my one of my cards that has like miles and what calls the money back, whatever thing.
Right.
And it pays to do that, man. You
that's
take
only-
advantage of loophole.
That's only if you're good with your finances first. So
Yeah.
we're trying to level the baseline before we get to that. That's
Yeah.
whole, that's next level. But so
All right. So good tip. Anybody following that? I've been doing that a couple years now. I've been separating my money.
Yeah. I do a little.
A little.
Got 3 accounts. You got 3 accounts. You need one more account.
Okay.
there you go.
Perfect. All right, so we introduced this a couple of weeks ago, and me, especially Keys and myself, DJ Mr. A, we love music. We love live music. Every time I go to the Philippines, we saw Freestyle, and Eric knows, before we left, and so it was a live band, one of the most popular bands in the Philippines. So we saw that. So Coverland, we were gonna do this other thing. Keys just let me know, hey, for those who know people who sing, any friends or family or yourself, send us a link, and maybe we'll highlight you on our Coverland segment. We'd love to hear, and discover new talents. So stand by. You know me, I love street music, and so this is a girl. Her name is Harmony London, I believe. Stand by.
Mm.
I mean by that, I tell people all the time.
Oh, that wasn't it.
Something in your eyes calls to mind and the scream and all its sacrifice. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
I feel like I should have like a light.
Easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool.
I grew up with that song,
Right?
and of course, the past year or so, people have been like memming it or TikToking this song, and so I feel like
It's a cheating song.
it is a cheating song.
It's like-
She going through it.
Yeah,
says- That looked like Fifth Avenue, maybe not.
it is.
In New York City.
So, what do you guys rate vocal presentation?
She has a great voice.
She does.
Mm.
She has a great voice.
Yeah.
Maybe just sing more. Yeah.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
what I heard. I give her 7, 6, 7 out of 10.
It's hard to teach like the presence, and that's why like a few artists at a young age, they are you singing this song? Do you understand what the song means? Like
Right.
Michael Jackson and
Right.
Taylor Swift and these people who sang when they're young, and they're like, how Christina Aguilera, like, how are you singing this song? Do you understand what you're singing?
Right. Right.
But then we have a lot of people who have great voices, but you just don't believe it. Like you don't believe like they have that. They understand the song or have the soul of the music, and it's hard to teach. You can't like teach that. It's like it has to come out.
Mm.
And so I feel like she's not there yet, but she's almost there, as far as her, the presence of her song. But she's great vocals.
I mean, I'm just an armchair critic. She's doing a lot better than I could. So
Oh yeah, yeah. We have one of our friends on comments there, Edwin. He's a great singer. He does a lot of gospel, but
Nice.
he sang for us a while ago. And
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to do. We know Keys. We know a lot of people who can sing. Like, come on, sing, man. Come on, sing live. They're all so shy and all that. Like, oh God, come on, let it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just a couple seconds on TikTok, man. They could do it for him.
It does. All right. So our next hot topic here is let me introduce the intro and I'll tell you. Hold on. All right, I'm going to show you the video, the intro to our hot topic, and I want to really discuss this because I kind of believe in this. Hold on.
I mean by that, I tell people all the time, I believe in a little dictatorship in life. Watch where I'm going. I believe people need to be told what to do. See, when I used to go to college, see people sitting on the corner, I finished school, come back, 4 years later, they're still on the corner. So I believe everybody needs to be told what to do. Here's my examples to prove that I'm right to the people who might be saying, ain't nobody gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Floyd Mayweather was told what to do since he was 5. Became the greatest boxer in the world.
True.
The Williams sisters was told what to do since they were kids and became the greatest tennis players the world has ever seen.
Yep.
Tiger Woods was told what the fuck to do since he was a kid. Michael motherfucking Jackson was told what the fuck to do and became the greatest entertainer in the world. I rest my motherfucking case.
Wow. So the question is, do people want to be told what to do?
I can read, but from a coaching perspective, it depends. Because if you want to mimic exactly what I've done to get out of debt, then yes, you're going to follow everything I did to a T. But if you don't want to follow what I have done to a T, then yeah, I can give you some guiding points. But it's up to you to take care of it. You know, everybody has their way to deal with their own way of getting to the goal that they want to do. It's just how they want to do it. But he's talking about kids, like, you know, that's kind of mind shift manipulation, propaganda. I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on if the person is setting a good example, you know, like if they're trying to steer them in the right direction and if the parents approve of that, you know, like you don't want, so maybe, I guess it just depends on the situation, you know, maybe if there are kids, you know, you live in a rough neighborhood or not, you know, or maybe somebody has gone through something, they don't want that child to go through what they went through. So, you know, and obviously he set some really good examples, you know, that everybody from Serena Williams to Floyd Mayweather, I mean, their fathers and everybody else, maybe they had something planned, you know, but if you're young and you don't really know what to do with your life, or maybe you just don't have any idea, at least they were coaching them to be prepared, you know.
Yeah.
So even if you don't become a boxer or a tennis player or a dancer or whatever, at least you have the mindset to do so. If not, then you can do something else. At least they're not out in the streets, you know, blah blah blah. So.
Yeah. I think has to be a balance between, you know, the good thing and about bad thing about being told what to do, right? And I think some kids and parents will like, okay, you don't want to do it anymore, then okay, then you know, then you do something else. But I think these 1% examples of the greatest, you know, in their own career fields or in their genre, they were pushed really hard, you know, to the extreme.
Yeah,
it's very few, but to be great, where these people went to or are at right now, they were pushed pretty hard.
Yeah.
They were told what to do, and I think Carla said something which is I understand that.
Right.
You know, was Michael truly happy? No. So it's Like I said, to be great. Do you know? Think about all the artists that are great. Think about all the actors and actresses who are great. They're mentally unstable or different,
Mhm.
or depressed or lost or whatever, but they're still great at their craft.
Mhm.
Van Gogh, he cut his ears and he did all kinds of stuff, and he was one of the greatest artists in the world after his death, right? To be great, to be the top of your game, you're going to sacrifice some things,
Hmm.
right? So I believe in both kind of thing.
Yeah.
To be pushed and not to be pushed. I wish my parents would push me to be more than I am right now. I think I would have been maybe better off, but I am who I am today because they had a very, okay, if you want to do it, if you don't want to do it. But I remember I was in Boy Scouts, I was in Cub Scout. They didn't ask me. I did it.
Hmm.
I did baseball, I did volleyball, and I did a lot of things that I find out who I am. So I think it's like saying I like 3 cereals, right? That's my only 3 cereals I've ever eaten, and that's the only 3 cereals I'm going to eat. But how do you know other cereals are not better? What are you missing out? So to me is trying to do different things as much as you can to figure out, I am a great doctor. I love, medical. Oh, I love music, or I love dancing. Prime example, I have a student who just graduated cosmetology, and she cuts hair. She's really good at her craft, but her mom forced her to go to school as a psychologist. So I said, Mom, I will go to school for 4 years, but after I graduate, if I don't like it, I want to go be a cosmetology. And she's one of the best students I've ever had.
Yeah. There definitely should be a happy medium where the parents aren't trying to force them, but the child or somebody or the kid or whatever, wants to actually go to school and do all of those sort of things. So it should be a balance. Yeah.
Carlos said that Joe was out there for himself, for the kid, not for himself, not the kids. He's
Right.
pimping them. Yeah, success should be defined by your individual self. Yeah, but like I said, we're talking about a balance, right?
Now, is really success because we look at them as successful, but do they themselves feel like they're successful? Because it's almost that understanding of like perception. Like we perceive them to be successful because they have more than what we have. They're in the limelight. They have all the things that we kind of desire and wish we had.
Yeah.
Some people have like beautiful skin, or they have the cool hair. Like these are the things that they do. This is the rich and famous lifestyles that they have. But are they themselves, or do they themselves feel like they're successful? And I don't think anybody actually ever asked that question. So.
Hmm.
I think with the few information that we know and people that who are successful at their careers, you can tell like they're not as happy as they want to be. Talking about like Britney Spears,
Right.
the Japanese black tennis player, Osawa, something like that. She has a mental breakdown and she's having anxiety now. But at one time she was at top of her game. Johnny Depp, where has he been? Winona Ryder, people have been on top of their game. Brandon Fraser, and then it just kind of mentally broke down, and all these people have gone to a certain point, and then all of a sudden they're mentally unstable or have a lot of anxiety. Have your parents ever like kind of pushed you in a way and you didn't like it, or?
My parents my mom pushed me to play drums and keyboard, but it wasn't it wasn't aggressive,
Yeah.
but it was like something that she wanted me and my brothers to do, because she's a singer and she needs some musicians and she didn't want to hire musicians, so I had to learn and teach my brothers. So because she wanted us to, so it wasn't like forceful or anything, it was just a thing, a family thing. So
Yeah. Like I said, my parents let me do, they could not force me, but I was very active as a kid. I did a lot of things, but I found out, what I like and what didn't like. And one thing my I think I DJ'd one time for my dad, and I loved it. And ever since then, I've been part of, music has been part of my life for a good number of years. And then I took a break and all that. I mean, yeah, Keys family they're all talented. They all can sing, they can play drum, they can play a piano. But I think that it made you guys a better version of yourself now. I mean, look
Right.
at Keys now. They're making beats and producing, songs for people and albums, and so I think some push is better than no push. You think?
Yeah, a little bit of push. Gotta have a little bit, because then that person that's trying to push you actually believes in you. They believe that you can do something other than what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of push, man. Wash the car, mow the lawn. I'll tell you right now, man, I can wash the hell out of a car and I can mow the hell out of a lawn. So.
Bake the cake.
Yeah. Well, one thing that my parents did love to do, it's my dad. He likes to do karaoke. He played guitar and piano and organ and whatever. And so I got the music bug from him. And so he didn't push me, but he supported my dream of DJing since I was like maybe 14, 15 years old. And so started with 2 tape decks, tape decks and the turntable. I don't know what the hell I was doing. And then it turned to a CD player and then became to a record. I didn't really learn a lot record. I just those CDs and tapes. But then when CD players became, you can actually do more with the recording. Yeah. As a record, I started doing that. So my family's always supported me, at least my dad, with DJing. So that was a good push. Yeah. I wish he pushed me more on how to save money.
Right.
Emotional.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What I knew now from Coach Anthony and all his friends, you should start, building their credit when they're young,
Yeah.
attaching them to their credit cards, put some
Definitely.
savings on the way, investing. Yeah. Carlos like promo only. Yeah.
CDJs.
But like I said before, is that our parents only taught us what they were comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And that's all we could ever do. And that's the reason why they always say like you kind of teach them. And I think that's why for the Jackson 5, Joe Jackson was pushing them because he already knew the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier for him to push them in that direction because he knew what they look for.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't going to push them to be a tennis player because they don't know tennis. Like it's like, so it could have been a whole different family if Joe wasn't in that industry. And
yeah.
So I'm trying to think of like what career have your parents had that they push you into something that they weren't comfortable with doing. And now I think it's going to be very rare to find a parent, or even today, to do that. So,
Mm-hmm. I think for especially Asian families, they want to be in the medical field because it's prestigious, being a doctor or a nurse, and none of them are, they're not themselves. Maybe they have family or friends who are doctors or nurses or lawyers, whatever. But they just push them to study and do workshops and do SAT preps and blah blah blah, get to the best schools and all that. It's rare. It's rare that these people are not as happy. I think maybe a quarter of them who get pushed like that are not as happy. To the extreme, like I said, I know Carlos saying about Joe pushing all kids, and they're all kind of, some are right, some are not okay. But also, what the push was: don't marry anyone like my dad. From who? Coco.
Emotional. Damn it.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I think it's good. It's a good, healthy way of coach. You talk about coaching, guiding them, and it's up to the kid to like, okay, I will do this, or I don't. It's not fun no more. So,
right. But I
my
think
mom.
I think they say like the biggest. It was a guy that created the Bible app. So Bible.com, you send that app, right?
Mhm.
and it's like the top downloaded app across the world. He was saying is that the only reason why that app exists was because of the limitations that he had. He pushed himself for that because he just wanted something quick that he
Yeah.
can have, but he also didn't have the money. So that's
Mm.
why.
Oh,
Well, you got your clapper on? You do your clapper.
Clap on.
Clap on, clap off.
Siri, turn on lights.
1 second. Yeah, my light will be on. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries.
The but it's just like how out of constraints we kind of formulate our own way out of it and force us to do what we want to do with a limited amount of resources. And I'll have to say, but like how you mentioned before, where the parents usually don't know about doctors or lawyers, they just know that, hey, this profession makes a lot of money, it's needed worldwide, you can take this education elsewhere.
Mhm.
And I think that's where uh I think that's where we can kind of almost differ a line. I think it depends on the culture as well.
Yeah.
Because we didn't talk about culture built into this, but
Mhm.
so many different factors to go
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
when we talk about pushing people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. With culture, it's a lot different too. There's different factors of people
Right.
being pushed or guided into something to make them better. But it's also like as you as a coach, you can see the potential in a lot of people or kids or friends. Like, man, you can sing. Oh, you can dance. You know you have a great talent for football, whatever. And then kind of, do you want to do this? You should do this. I'll get you all the support and all that. So, but it comes to a point where you don't want to be like that the tennis player where she's at the top of their game. She kind of enjoyed being at the top, and then now she has anxiety and a breakdown. Is because she didn't know when to say, you know what, I'm done. And now she's at the top of the game. She's being expected what to do. She's won accolades. She's won awards. She got sponsors. Now it's like, I'm done. I'm done.
Right.
So before you go to that point, like, hey, do you really want to do this? Are you ready? Are you mentally ready to do this?
That's how it
But
should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but it's sometimes this is like, just keep doing it, and then
I mean, they probably did it for the scholarships for school.
oh yeah, true. But now you're gonna take years of recovery, and yes, you are probably one of the best tennis players, or
If you recover.
singers or dancers if you recover.
True.
So, yeah, it's a hard balance of like,
Mhm.
how can you stop them from not being mentally unstable, breakdown. All right. So let's go to one of my favorite episode segments here. It's called the Pod Decks.
This episode is powered by Pod Decks. Pod Decks are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience and have more meaningful conversations, you're going to want to check out Pod Decks. Now, if you want to get 10% off your order right now, you can go to poddecks.com and type in coupon code. What's the code? Yes, that's the code. Check out poddecks.com. Take your podcast to the next level.
All right. Today's category is deal breakers. All right. First question: talks too much or too little?
Damn.
Too little.
Too little. Yeah.
Too little.
Yeah. Maybe in between if the conversation is good, but
Right.
more than likely is a lot of people talk too much.
Because too much, I can deal with that because I can always steer the questions.
Yeah. When they don't talk enough, getting
Right.
them to engage can be a challenge in itself. So.
Yeah, especially for an interview. Like, holy shit! What am I talking about? Are you on a date? You're on a date.
Yeah.
So, where are you from? Hawaii.
Can you elaborate on that?
How are the waves there? Like, what?
Right, how do
How are the waves? And I'm like,
I know, right?
Oh, God. Which I
All right.
oh,
Next
no.
next question.
we gotta clap.
Excessively vain.
Okay, excessively vain, and what's the other one?
That's it.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
That's
I
too
don't
much
like
for
that.
me.
I don't like that.
That's a deal breaker for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, talking about if you're, well, it could be at any point in your life, having sex with other people. Deal breaker.
But it's before you, so it doesn't matter. To me, I don't matter.
It depends on which direction it's going.
What are we doing? Like, first.
Are you hinting or are you challenging?
Yeah. Well, is it a deal breaker that this say you're dating someone and you like, oh, you know, she tells you she's had, you know,
It
many
could be a deal
relationships
breaker.
before. Yeah.
When they start getting into double digits, then I might start thinking deal breaker.
Did how much?
No, you need to go in there and just try it out for a little bit.
Right?
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It works out.
Deal breaker. Is it a deal breaker? Poor hygiene. Oh, hell yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Man.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is a deal breaker.
To me, it is.
You're like, bro.
I don't want to be hitting that if it's like really hitting my nose, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, how about just coworkers? Like, you know, you
Right.
work your boss. You walk into your boss office. God damn.
Yeah.
What is that smell? Something died in here?
Yeah.
That's like telling the king that he doesn't have on clothes, right?
We got that
Right.
coffee breath. This is that coffee breath.
Well, with mask on, I mean, it's been really helpful.
It
It has.
Everybody come to work happy. Yeah.
Except you'd be smelling your breath. 'Cause God damn, my breath smells.
Emotional.
Holy shit. People are like, dude, that was all you, bro. This is all you.
Just broke the deal with myself.
We're
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
5 years. Yeah, yeah.
Monkey
That was your
stomach.
breath.
Monkey
Smelling
stomach.
and cheese and monkey
Oh.
stomach. What
What's monkey
What's that?
stomach?
does that smell like?
Oh.
I don't know.
All right, Carla. Here's a deal breaker for you. Fan of opposing team.
I don't have a team, so it doesn't matter. Actually, if she's a sports fan, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hmm.
Really? It's a deal breaker if the girl's a sports fan?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get dragged every Sunday and bars. Like, let
Good
me go to
point.
the bar and enjoy the food,
Good
not
point.
the game.
There you go.
Ooh, here's one here. Deal breaker. Is this a deal breaker? Shows up more than a little late. That's a part of our life in the Philippines. We always late. Every single time. So, like, you know what the rule is when you have parties? If the party wants to be started at 6, you tell them it's at 3.
Right?
Wow, that late?
Yeah.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Food's almost gone. They're coming in and like,
They're
hey,
coming
the party
in.
started.
You get mad because there's no more food.
Yeah. But I don't believe in being too early, too. Like, you know,
Right.
30 to an hour early. So deal breaker, Keys, show up more than a little late.
Show up a little late. Is that what the question
No,
was?
the deal is it a deal breaker for you if they always late?
Oh, if they're always late, no. No.
We grew up in Japan, so
you gotta
Japan,
be on time, man.
you be on time. We start on time. All right. Oh, we talked about this already. Bad breath. Negative chatter. Ooh.
So, like gossip?
Yeah, too much.
Depends.
Or are they talking about like negative, like they talking negativity all the time?
It just
Yeah,
says
it's like
negative
all the
chatter.
time.
I mean, that's all. Everything pretty much talking shit about everybody.
Like everybody, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean, I think there's a fine balance between gossip and just talking shit to like destroy somebody.
Right. Right.
You know, maybe there's a chatter of concern, like, oh man, he's feeling down, have family problems. Versus like, oh, what did he say? Well, this is what she said. This is what he said. Motherfucker,
Yeah,
it's a difference.
that's negative. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's something funny, I mean, I'll probably laugh if it's funny, but if it's negative, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think for just concern, FYI and concern is fine versus like,
Right.
and you know how you talk too long on the subject.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's negative chatter.
It always makes me wonder. Okay, so what happens when I leave that situation? What negativity is she going to spread, or he or she going to be spread about me?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, deal breaker is a deal breaker for someone who is a control freak.
Yes, I've
Yes.
had that.
Even though you like to be told what to do, Floyd's like, yeah, put on that leather strap. Like,
That's Floyd.
Emotional, damn it.
I think at this point in my life, especially I'm newly married now. I want her to make a lot of the good decisions. I'll make the big decisions together, but the little things like pay this, pay that. What color is the bed sheet needs to be. Nah, you take care of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's pink, green, orange. I don't even care. If I really object. So I love that Rose is a little bit in control because I want her to be in control. Like I'm older now, so I'm not held bound by every single decision. So, but with people and coworkers, oh hell yes, relax. You know what I'm saying? The paper can be right here. Okay, the stapler can be right here. It's fine. You want to move it, you can move it. I don't care. But yeah, too much.
Carlos, funny. D3, you reading that?
In bed is cool. Hey.
Emotional, damn it.
All right, you're on a date. Say you're dating this person and they lock their phone. What are they hiding?
You're on a date and they lock their phone.
Well, I think we all do that, right? Don't we put our phone down?
That goes automatically. Yeah.
And I still do it.
Share everything.
Is that a deal breaker though?
No.
Nah.
No. I respect privacy.
I sure do. Yeah. Okay, last one here. Bad kisser.
I have to say yes.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know how bad it is though. Is it sloppy where after like an hour later you can still taste her? Like,
yeah.
That goes back to the hygiene one.
or smell her. Yeah.
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah, or smell her.
That's true. Kissing can be taught.
Yeah.
It takes two to tango.
That's true.
I mean, it just means like that person has been kissing a lot, so maybe it might be a turn on.
Maybe it might be a good thing, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what's a bad kisser? I guess like just open the. I don't know.
Right.
That's true. It's all.
Is it a deal break? Is it a deal breaker? Is it a deal breaker? She sucked dick real good.
No.
Like whoa! Where'd you learn this? And how many times have you learned this? I didn't get fucked. That was good. I don't care. But it doesn't make you question.
That's right.
You didn't learn this from me. Okay. Anyways. All right, that's up for us. Deal breakers. Thank you so much for Keys joining us back again. Hopefully we'll see you more often with us. You're always invited.
You're always welcome, Keys.
Yeah.
Again, happy birthday with DJ Mr. A. Just had his 50th birthday. And of course, thank you, Coach Anthony. This is Highway 54, everybody. We will be back next week. Don't forget, every Wednesday, right, Coach Anthony?
Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And so, like, everything's free. We like your support. Like, share, comment. that will help us in both our podcasts for Highway 54 and About That Wallet. Caller D3, drive safe. We'll see you next week.
Yes, be
Keys,
safe.
always invited. You can come back next week, no problem. We love you guys. Have a great Sunday, and we will see you guys next time.
All right.
Nice. Peace out, everyone.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway